Hi everyone. Recently, I came across the trailer of the new game Black Myth from Game Science Studio, and I was impressed with the work of 3D artists that I decided to make my own trailer for one of the greatest anime in my opinion, Jujutsu Kaisen. And in this video I want to show the whole process of making my trailer. I spent 90 days on this project, and so I won't be able to break everything down in detail, as the video can be very long. So I will briefly talk about the most important stages of my work. Without further ado, let's get to the point. First of all, it is necessary to decide on the plot. In my trailer I want to show an excerpt from the second season, when Sukuna, the main antagonist of the anime, walks through a dark subway. And for the other three more dynamic scenes, I want to show Jogo's fireball and part of Satoru's battle with Hanami. Or rather, the end of it. We'll have 4 characters: Sukuna, Satoru, Jogo, Hanami, and 3 locations. I set out to gather references to figure out in detail what direction I was going to go in. After gathering all the information, I started block out. Using primitives, I create a composition and animate the camera to define the dynamics. Once the block out of all the scenes is ready, we can move on to the third step. Characters. To create the main character, Sukuna, I used MetaHuman. This is a plugin built into the Unreal Engine to create photorealistic characters. Create a project in Unreal Engine. Open the Quixel Bridge library. In the MetaHuman section, click Create. The whole process will take place in the browser. Once complete, load the character into the project. Next, I slightly modified the character's mesh in Blender and the textures in Substance Painter. We also create the hairstyle and shoes for Sukuna. Now we can get to the rest of the characters. We create them in Blender and texture them in Substance Painter. When the characters are done, we can start the animation. Since I am not good at animation, I use the Mixamo service, which already has quite a lot of different animations. All I have to do is tweak it and retarget it. When we finish the animation, we can move on to cloth simulation. The best way to do this is with Marvelous Designer. We model the clothes using the links, set its animation, create a texture, and done. Now it's time to create the environment. When I created the environment, I relied on original footage from the anime, as well as real photos of the Japanese subway. I pay a lot of attention to details, because they are the ones that tell the story. For example, cracks on the walls, patina on a faucet, or scuffs on glossy materials. I replaced primitives with ready-made 3D models, which can be found on various stock services, such as Quixel Bridge or Sketchfab, or you can create them yourself. Then I create cinematic lighting to convey the atmosphere. I set the lighting so as to highlight the contours and achieve a better reflection of the light. I'm adding exponential height fog and haze to the scene. The last and most important stage of the project is post-processing and sound design. To make the render look clean and nice, I rendered everything in EXR format, using some console commands and ACES color space. I used various smoke particle and energy assets to create visual effects. I did color correction in DaVinci Resolve, changing tone, color gamut, adding glow, chromatic aberration, film grain, highlights, and vignette. For sound design, I used various sounds from freely available sounds, processing each one in the FL Studio program. Finally, after 90 days, I finished my project. If you have any questions, post them in the comments of the video. I'll be happy to answer them. And to not miss new videos, subscribe and put a like. And now you can see the final video.